And
It took forever.
I know. It just the wheels was
what is
spinning.
going on with our live? Hi, everybody.
Good morning. Happy Monday. You know what? Speaking of Happy Monday, I think we should start out with a husky because
Really? My brosh
because
going, I'm
it
sorry.
will wake everybody up for sure.
Really? I'm only semi-awake right now.
Because remember the huskies, the twin huskies that just scream and yell, and then there's the golden retriever who is also in the family who just is so long suffering.
Yes.
So they're back. And this one is for a song. It's the Piano Man song. Are you ready?
I'm ready for this jelly.
Where did it go? Hang on.
You're playing some other bull crap
I know.
on TikTok.
Here we go.
By Billy Joel on Amazon Music.
Here we go. Oh, God.
I'm already laughing.
The golden retriever's like... And then the golden retriever.
I just cannot with
Oh my God, that's the
my
best thing
God.
ever. That's basically, I am the golden retriever. I am the golden retriever.
Imagine being in that house and like just trying to listen to any song ever. I mean, those poor
Especially
people.
Adam Levine. Ooh, 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 ooh.
It has to be so
That
impossible.
That
Oh
would
my
be-
God.
Oh my God. And that golden retriever, I would be like, I feel you, man. I feel you.
That's just the greatest thing ever.
God. Okay. We got to talk about My Pillow for a second.
Yes. We
And
do
Kira.
Have to
We got to talk about Kira, one of our favorite people. Kira.
Yes.
If you're
So-
out there, Kira.
If you didn't know this, My Pillow has not just pillows, not just amazing towels and sheets, which you can buy one get one free on sets of sheets and towels right now using code CHICKS or just chicks. They also have so many other things like the dog beds and the pillow and the mattress toppers and everything. So then it turns out they also have pajamas, which
Who
are
knew?
super soft and scrumptious.
Oh my God, they look amazing. So we're gonna give you. This is what I get. I get like text messages from Kira all the time. She sends me the greatest text messages. Like when she goes to Buc-ee's, she'll send me pictures. I get this the other day. You guys ready? Hold on, let me see if I can. Hold on.
So when I got home today, there was a big box from My Pillow, waiting for me, and in it were these excellent My Pillow pajamas. Look at these. They're really great. They're very comfortable. You should get some.
That's she said that to me, and I was like, "Oh my God, I have to
We
get
have
some
to
of those."
play that.
And that exact color too.
I
They're
love that.
I know they're very, very nice.
They look
very,
soft.
They look scrumptious.
So call them 800-875-0513 or you can go to mypillow.com and just make sure to use code CHICKS on all the things. And you're not going to be sorry. You're going to have dancing around PJs like that, or you're going to have amazing towels or amazing sheets or amazing pillows or amazing dog beds or amazing all the things because they're amazing.
Yeah. Somebody said they had trouble using the code. If you had trouble using the code, try calling them.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any trouble with the
There
code.
shouldn't
We
be
haven't
any
heard
trouble.
that there's been any changes with the code.
You're the first person that I've heard of that's had trouble with the code. So if you had trouble, try calling them.
Yeah,
And then
800-875-0513. I
Right,
hear
and
they're very, very nice on the phone.
And it may be that you're just not saying it in the way that we do, and that is
But of course, when you write it, just put CHICKS.
right. Maybe that's why you're having trouble.
Are you trying to put too many eyes?
You may be using too many eyes.
Is that what's happening?
Right.
Okay, so apparently the Golden Globes were last night, and that was a thing that was sort of done virtually, but then not really. It's like some people were there and some people weren't somehow.
What? That's weird. Because of COVID.
Yeah, and so I don't exactly understand how it happened or how it went. But I
it
did
just
look at the
did?
dresses because and people still
Right.
dressed up. Like there were people in their homes
I
dressed
would.
up in their
Wouldn't you? I mean, if I were up for a Golden Globe, I would totally bust out the dress and the jewels and like get all
Really?
makeupified. Oh, totally. I would not accept it in sweats. I'd totally get dressed up because
All
I mean that's
right.
what it's all about. I miss getting dressed up. I
Really?
miss it. Yeah.
I don't really miss it.
Yeah, I miss it.
I
You
don't
know
think
what else
I
I
do.
miss? Going into an office. I miss it.
I don't miss that
mi-
because I still do it.
I know,
still
but so
do
that's the thing.
that.
Like, I kind of miss. You know why? I only miss the morning drive. I don't really miss being in an office. I miss going, like driving. You know why? Because that time in the morning when I drove like 45 minutes, I would listen to the radio, and that was sort of like my time is to like jam out to like Prince and stuff.
See, the drive is my least favorite part. I don't
Really?
I wish I could just be somehow magically transported from home to the office without
I
having
know.
to deal with the drive. I don't
A lot
like
of
the
people,
drive.
a lot of people hate that. I know. I know.
I'm trying to find you some dresses, but I can't find them right now. All I remember specifically about the dresses is that Gal Gadot wore a really itty bitty, like a very flouncy dress that was so mini that it was like crotch high. And she's got legs for days.
Right.
So, but that's really all I remember from the dresses. There wasn't
Right,
anything
okay.
so spectacular to me that I was like, oh my God, you have to see this.
Yeah.
So,
Gal Gadot is basically like a perfect human specimen. It's not really fair.
she is pretty remarkable looking.
She's kind of gorgeous. Yeah, it's really ridiculous how gorgeous
I did
she
see
is.
that because she's married. She's been married to some guy for like 12 years, and he was obviously with her. And then there was a picture of them that the Daily Mail described as, here's Gal Gadot and her husband who's wearing a tuxedo with facial hair. And it was so poorly written.
What?
Right. It
Like
said
that-
a tuxedo with facial hair.
Oh my god.
I mean, the guy has facial hair,
but not the tuxedo.
but the tuxedo
Yeah.
itself, not
This
so
is-
much.
This is where journalists did not learn how to write. Yeah.
I mean, it was just, why are you saying it like that?
Yeah.
That's not right.
The tuxedo doesn't have that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk CPAC because that happened. That's over now.
Yeah.
And Trump, he was the keynote closer. There was no dance, which I was very, very disappointed by.
She was won the YMCA
I was waiting
dance.
for this.
The dad, like the white man's overbite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they played the song, like right after he was done, they played the song, and I
The
was
YMCA.
Yeah, and I was expecting him to do the thing, and he
Just,
never
like
did
all
it.
shoulders and the dance. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry to say that was my biggest takeaway, but it was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the big takeaway, right, is that he's not going to start a third party because I think a lot of people were expecting him to start a third party, and he's not going to do it.
He was very clear about that.
I got to say, I'm a little bit relieved by that because, there is a third party. It's called Libertarians, and they don't win. So there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would have just been more confusing for people. It would have been more divisive for conservatives, I think,
Right.
and it just would have been bad. So there's a lot of talk about the fact that he said a few different times. Well, I mean, it was first really cute how he came onto the stage and was like, "Do you guys miss me yet?" Which I thought was adorable.
Yeah.
And then a few different times he referenced the fact that he could be the 2024 nominee. He talked about winning for a third time, which was a nice little dig. He
Right.
talked about Melania being the future first lady. He said a couple of different times that it was certainly not off the table.
Yeah.
He didn't come right out and say, "I am running," but he didn't not say that. So a lot of people are talking about that. Some people are saying it's probably good that he left that door open because it prevents any of the other potential nominees from talking badly about him. So they
Right.
know he repositioned himself as the top of the Republican Party, and so
Yeah.
people have to fall in line, right? If they want his
However,
support.
it is interesting to see who did well in the polls, right?
In the straw poll.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting to see that we've got the DeSantis thing and then the Noam thing going on, which is exactly who we want to be the 2024 ticket. So I mean it's interesting. It's just
It
interesting
is,
that
but
there's-
like for them, I wonder. how helpful is it for DeSantis that Trump is still teasing a potential run?
No,
So-
I hear.
You know what I
totally
mean?
hear you. I do. I hear you. But you don't know what's going to happen in a year or two.
Yeah, and it's a long
know,
time away.
It
It's
is
a long time away.
It is a very long time away. I mean, 3 years is an eternity in politics. So you don't know what's going to
I
happen.
personally would love for Trump to, like 2 years from now, say, I don't really want this job again, but I'll tell you who I do want. And then I would love for him to support DeSantis and
Right.
Noem and whoever else, because then that would speak volumes, I
Oh
think,
my
for
God.
the party.
It would be amazing. It would
Yeah.
be absolutely amazing. Like it would be a shoo-in.
Mm-hmm.
It would be unbelievable because he's got so much of the,
He
so
has
much of the base.
so much of that
So-
right there.
He's
And
got
did
so
you
much
hear
of-
that all these people were trying, like everybody was trying to, I could not believe when this went around Twitter yesterday that there were people on the left who were saying that the CPAC stage represented a Nazi symbol.
Oh,
like
come
the
on.
layout of the stage.
My
So then
God.
everybody was like writing the Hyatt going, how dare you support these Nazis? This is so, I can't believe that you would support. And good for the Hyatt for coming out and saying, you know what? We're an inclusive hotel. We have conventions for all different
Oh my
swaths
God.
and stripes of people, and we're going to continue to do that.
Enough with the Nazi crap. I'm so
I
tired of
know.
it. Enough with this garbage. And by the way, you're the party of cancel culture.
Yeah.
We're not.
And here, Exhibit A is you trying to cancel the Hyatt for
Right.
simply hosting a convention, which did
Yeah.
really, really well for the city.
Exactly.
I mean, what
and
the
who
hell?
did that? Who did that? I don't know. Let's see who did. Oh, that's right. It's Nazis. Oh God, that's right. So who did that? So shut up.
I know.
With the Nazi garbage. I get
It's
so tired of that.
nonsense.
Oh my God.
It was just absolute nonsense. I think we talked about in our, where did we talk about it? When did we do the video? Oh, was it, because Ted Cruz had his Howard Dean moment.
Yeah.
Did you guys?
I think we did talk about that on Friday, didn't we?
Was
Yeah.
it Friday? Because I
No,
couldn't remember.
no, we talked about it actually in our Saturday video. When we got together on Saturday, we talked
For
about
Instagram?
it.
Okay.
We did.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
couldn't remember when we talked. Because I mean,
We
you
did.
guys, I love that people in our Facebook insiders group, they'll post a photo of Ted Cruz and they'll be like, "You're not looking at his face. You know you're not." And it just cracks me up.
Well, what was it that you said to me the other day where, and I was like, oh my God, you saw it? Like, what was it?
Oh yeah.
You said something to me the other day, and we just had this moment of like misunderstanding, and I thought that Mock saw something.
You thought I saw it.
Yeah, I was like, did
And
he have a
there's
John Hamm
obviously-
moment? I'm like,
No.
did he have a moment where somebody like saw something through his khakis or what? Like, what's going on? And she's like,
Because
no,
I
no,
think I
no,
said
no.
something like, "Oh my God, Ted Cruz, did you see it?" And
Yeah,
you were
that's
like,
what-
"You saw it?"
And I'm
I was
like,
like,
"You
"No, no,
saw
no, no, no,
it?"
not that, not that."
And I'm like, like, when did you see it? And why didn't you show me? Yeah. And she was like, no. So we had this giant misunderstanding the other day. And yeah,
no, it was his.
and she
it
was like, no, the speech that he looked like he was basically trying to channel William Wallace. You
Oh,
know?
he did all right.
Freedom.
Reamed it, and it was, it wasn't my personal cup of tea, that speech. I know a lot of people loved it. They felt very fired up by it. And he screamed freedom at the end at the top of his lungs. And there was this giant crescendo all the way to that moment. To me, it made me squirm a little bit. Like I was a little uncomfortable. It was weird.
Well,
but I know a
it's
lot
this-
of people thought it was great.
It's the same people who love the Kimberly Guilfoyle speeches, right?
Yes.
Those are the same
yes. The same people who
Yeah.
love that. I am a person who I'm just like, oh God.
It's
take
like,
it down
don't
a
cry
couple
for me,
notches."
Argentina.
Right. I mean, if you could
Yeah.
just a little bit, put the kibosh on that just a little
Right.
bit. It's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So
we were
but
talking
people
the
love
other
it.
day. We were talking the other day about how if they asked us to, host something like this, we'd come out, Ma could probably have a cocktail in her hand. It'd be like,
We would
"Hey!"
be absolutely fabulous. We would be the women from Absolutely Fabulous.
We
that
totally
show.
would be. We would. And it would just be fun. And we would just be like, what's up, everybody? It would just be fun. Yeah. There would be a lot of fun.
We totally
This
would.
is why they never ask us to do anything.
Well, exactly. That's
they
why
never ask
we're.
us because we're way too much fun. Yeah.
But there were a lot of great moments. Oh my God, did you see Kristi Noem though?
She looked amazing. Did you
Did
see
her arms?
Her arms. I mean, It's like I have total arm. I will never have arms like that.
Oh my
I don't care
God,
how hard
same.
I work. I could seriously work out for 6 hours a day. I'm not even kidding. I could work out for 6 hours a day every day for the rest of my life. I will never have arms
Never.
like that. Ever.
She's
She's
genetically
genetically blessed.
stunning. Michelle Obama, step aside, please.
Like take all the seats.
Right, because Kristi Noem
Kristi
wins
Noem.
the arm category.
Right. Kristi Noem will pick you up and put you in a seat. she'll pick all the men up in the room and put them in seats. Okay.
She looked stunning.
Yeah, she's ridiculous. Like she is a badass.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Total
She's
badass.
Just flawless in every way.
Yeah.
Wow. And her speech was great. She was fantastic, and she totally lit into Fauci, not even just in her speech, but like on some of the Sunday talk shows. Because Fauci tried to say after her Saturday speech, he was like, well, I mean, I'm sure it's real easy to get a standing ovation criticizing me. And he was like, but the results matter. And she clapped back at him and she was like, yeah, results matter. You told me on South Dakota's worst day, we would have 10,000 people in the hospital. And on our worst day, we had 600 people. So bite me, Fauci.
Yeah.
She didn't
you
say
little
that.
man that needs a lozenge. Get a lozenge. I'm not a doctor.
Right.
And do I get some sort of a prize for telling you that you need a freaking lozenge because you need one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she is not afraid of anything or anybody.
I know.
And I love her.
She's awesome. This is why she needs to be on the ticket in 2024. She has to be.
For
She's
real.
a badass. I mean, it's like there's no liberal woman that could ever even come close to being like her, as awesome as her. Yeah, take that, Kamala.
But it's interesting that if you go back to that straw poll and you think about Trump at the top, DeSantis in second, Kristi Noem in third, the messaging should be clear to every Republican governor. Yes, I'm talking to you, Eric Holcomb.
Everybody.
And to every other person considering making a run at the White House.
Right.
We want strength and we want
Right.
people who care about freedom.
Right.
And if you're a conservative who's like Mr. Lockdown McGee, no, you don't have
Yeah.
a prayer.
You might as well become a Democrat.
Exactly.
GTFO. GTFO.
That
we
is
have no
exactly
time. We have
right.
no time for you.
No time.
No
Thank
time.
you, Bobby Joe, for the super sticker. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Bobby Joe, like Bobby Joe with a middle name Joe?
Yeah, Bobby
That's
Joe.
like me. My name is Amy Joe. Like
See?
yeah. I love that. I love that.
Guess what I saw on yesterday?
Tell me.
I was late. I think I had seen it 4 days after the fact. Brandon Strzok did a Facebook Live.
Wait, okay, so how is he? What's he doing? What's
Well,
going
he
on?
said in the live, I mean, I watched the whole thing. It was like 15 minutes long. And he basically said, I'm here because I want everybody to know that I'm okay, that I'm still doing things. You could tell that he was very much under the advisement of his lawyer team
Right.
to not talk about any of the events that led to his arrest, to not talk about any of that at all. So you could tell that he was being careful about what he was saying, but he was also super reassuring to everybody that he's fine. He's got a great team behind him. He's hopeful. He's still doing things. I mean, it was very encouraging-ish.
Okay.
For lack of a better word. So I was glad to see him. Yeah.
That's good. That's really good.
I was glad to see his
Yeah, I
happy
mean,
little
because
face.
it just kind of sucks what's going on with him.
Yeah.
It all sucks.
So that happened. And then also, okay, I told you about the Oprah, the trailer. God, that was so irritating.
I don't
But
think
also,
you told
I'm
them.
going to watch it.
Did you tell? I don't think you told the people that though.
Well,
I think you told me.
Okay, so I can't remember what the date of this Oprah interview that's going to happen with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and
Right.
and it's a tell-all, and there's no holds barred, and then she's cradling her belly, and they're talking. Prince Harry ultimately says the whole reason that we left the family is because I didn't want Meghan to end up like my mom, and so that's going to be the big revelation. And then
because
she says
it's like cue the violins, right?
Right. Oh, and it gets even worse because when they ask Meghan, when Oprah asks Meghan, how was it when you were still part of the royal family? The word that she uses to describe it is unsurvivable.
Oh my God.
I mean, poor Meghan.
Like what about
Poor Meghan.
What about Kate? I feel like
Right.
she's surviving all right. She's doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's okay for her. What about everybody else that's in that family that's doing just fine?
I
you
know.
Oh my God.
Well, and it's a huge slam on his brother. Like because in it he says stuff like, well, as a husband and a father, I had no choice but to remove us from the royal family. Meanwhile, his brother is doing just fine, doing all the things. And
Right.
he's basically slamming him
He's
for not
basically
being
saying,
as much of a man.
He's basically saying you're a terrible husband and
Yeah.
father if you don't make this decision. It's just God.
It's really crappy.
It is really crappy. And I think he took the wimpy decision. I mean, what he did was he took I'm going to go ahead, and his wife is the over dramatic one, right? And she's like, I want to do this because I want to have it all. Mm-hmm. I want to have everything, right? And so I want to have like the royal ties, and I want to have LA, and we're going to have everything. We're going to have Hollywood and that.
Yeah.
It's
And
so
now they do.
selfish. And now they do. It's selfish. They took the selfish route.
Yeah, but then now they do, and they're going to try to play victim,
Right.
Which is just like,
It's so
shut
shitty.
your face.
It's so shitty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's really, really crappy. Cuomo has apologized now that there has been a second accuser, 25-year-old, I don't know if she was like an executive assistant for him or some sort of something, some aide, came out and said, yeah, he was really skeevy to me too, and asked about like having sex with an older man and like just really inappropriate things. So at first he was defiant and saying, this is not true. I've never done anything inappropriate. But then he came out with a giant statement of apology that essentially said, I was just playing, you guys. I was just kidding around. It was fine. It's all fine. But now I know the error of my ways. Now I see, and I won't do it again. But I was just playing. It was good-natured fun.
You know what? There was a tweet that came out from him a couple years ago, which is pretty interesting to me because you know how tweets just don't age very well.
Was it the Kavanaugh tweet?
Yeah, he actually tweeted. It was remember what's the lady that remember the lady that Christine,
beverage.
I'm gonna need some
Christine
caffeine.
Blasey Ford.
I'm gonna need some caffeine.
I'm gonna need some caffeine if it's available.
You remember her?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when they were going through all that kind of stuff, Demand Justice tweeted, once again, the president has cruelly mocked and attacked a private citizen. This time it was the woman who credibly accused his Supreme Court nominee of sexual assault. Trump has a history of standing with abusive men. We stand with Christine.
He also said that Brett Kavanaugh should take a lie detector test.
Yeah, but wait, but Andrew Cuomo, he responded to that tweet and he said, elected leaders have a responsibility to stand up for survivors of sexual abuse.
Oh.
Senate Republicans must #believe survivors.
Okay.
He said that. He said that on, let's see, what was the date? That was in October of 2018 is when he said that. And so I'm like, well, I mean, I feel like that didn't age well. That didn't age very well.
No, it did not at all.
Yeah, so I mean, if you believe survivors, then you should believe all survivors, right, Democrats? Right.
Well,
Andrew
and if
Cuomo?
you thought Kavanaugh needed a lie detector test, then have at it.
Yeah.
Have him take one too. Thank you, Rex
Totally.
Housley, for the super sticker.
Thank you, Rex.
Yeah, so basically in his apology, he was like, I never intended to offend anyone or cause any harm. I do on occasion tease people in what I think is a good-natured way. I do it in public and in private. You've seen me do it at briefings hundreds of times. I mean no offense and only attempt to add some levity and banter to what is a very serious business.
Interesting. So what Trump said in that trailer that one time wasn't teasing and wasn't playing around with another guy, wasn't like just,
And
locker
it
talk.
was with another guy.
It was with
that
another guy, so
private.
that wasn't locker talk. But what he did with a woman, what he said to
Yeah.
a woman was teasing. Okay, all right, I'm
All
trying to
in good
understand.
fun.
It's all in good fun. So it's because he's a Democrat and he gets a pass once again.
Right.
I mean, shut up. God,
He's
these
such a
people
jerk.
are insufferable with the double standards. I can't.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty pathetic. And then there was this, a lot of people were calling for an independent investigation, and apparently the way that New York is set up, the Attorney General, the New York AG, Letitia James, she isn't allowed to start the investigation until the governor gives her clearance to appoint someone. So it's super screwed up. So he said
he
at
won't do
first.
it.
Well, he was going to, he is going to, but at first he was trying to say, okay, yes, you can go ahead and appoint somebody to lead the investigation, but only if you also have this one lady that I'm saying needs to be a part of it.
Oh my
And the
God.
AG was like, no, I'm not doing that. So you need to back up and go ahead and make the referral to me immediately and let me do my job the way that I see fit. So I think he's going to go ahead and let her do that, although I don't know. And he may have just released this apology and thought, okay, that's enough. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. But you know what? It probably will be enough for Democrats. It will be, because
I don't know. There's a lot of pressure. Like even Circle Back Psaki is saying, yeah, this is pretty serious. I mean, there's some people, some big Democrats that are coming out, and even Pelosi is saying, yeah, these allegations are credible. This needs to be under review.
Unbelievable.
I think they're just ready to be done with him.
But yet the sexual assault allegations weren't credible against Joe Biden.
Right. No, that was fine.
It's like they pick and choose, right? They pick and choose what's credible and what's not, and what women they're going to believe and what women they're not going to believe. They're a bunch of phony jerks, is what they are.
It is. It's so.
It's all a bunch of political.
Out of control.
Yeah, it's political bullcrap.
Mm-hmm.
God,
yeah,
give me a break, bad. Democrats. Either you believe all women or you don't.
Right. Exactly.
Period.
Exactly. Lady Gaga's got her dogs back.
Oh
so,
no. Dogs.
Oh my God, they're back!
Oh my God, the little dogs are back.
They were apparently found by some lady who found them tied up to a pole, and so that lady is going to get $500,000 for finding them, I guess. And Lady Gaga is going to pay her dog walker's $100,000 medical bill. So that's nice of her.
Yeah, that's great. I hope he gets another job. Because I mean, also, at that point, I seriously be looking at her like, you don't give a crap about. I get my medical bills paid, and that broad gets $500,000,
right?
And you didn't care about me, and you cared more about your dogs.
I know.
Bye. I'm gonna go work for George Clooney. Maybe he'll care more about me. Whatever. Yeah.
To leave you all with something just unbelievably ridiculous today, there is a little video from one of these people who self-identifies as like a jillion different things. There are words in this that I'm going to need you to help me unpack and untangle. But this gives you an idea of how insane the left is right now. Listen to this.
A white transmasculine femme non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian Universalist, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery. I am a
That's her bio.
white transmasculine femme non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied.
That's her bio. So,
And that's real. That's actually real.
oh yeah, she's like
she's not
legit
kidding.
saying all those things are who I am. Yeah. Thank you, Linda Poole. I see your super sticker. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah, so that is the state of leftism now, is that they are, everything is a label. They cannot just be humans. They have to assign all these different categories so that they can put
Right.
themselves on the ladder of oppression in any number of ways.
I was just gonna say ladder of it has oppression and victimization. Did you notice how so many of those are victimization labels? It's
Right.
like, oh my God, I'm a victim. You guys feel sorry for me.
Yeah. Here are all the categories I fit into, so I am way up on this ladder.
Right.
And that, I think they also do that so that they can excuse any of their terrible behavior. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I did that because of, look at all these victim statuses I currently hold. It's just
Right.
ridiculous.
You know what we need
It's
to do?
gross.
Bring mental institutions back.
I am down to clown
Right.
with that idea.
For so many reasons. We just need to bring those places back.
I would
Yeah.
very much like to do that.
Right.
All right, so that's it. I have to go and listen to all of the clips that I pulled for the show today because I don't remember what they all
CPAC.
are.
Okay, I gotta go do some work.
Work it!
It sounds like a lot of work. You guys bring it in.
Bring it in.
Bring it in. You know what? I feel like my arms look so bad next to Christy Noam now. Every time I bring my arms up, I'm like, oh God.
Everybody's arms.
I gotta work on that. Yeah.
I mean,
gotta
man,
really
you
work.
guys, if you have not seen it, go look at her. She looks amazing.
Hot damn, she looks good. God,
I mean,
none of us can compete with that. She's like my age.
it's not even fair. It's
I know.
not
It
fair.
isn't. She needs to do like I was gonna say she needs to do a video with an arm workout, but I'm never gonna have arms like her. It's never gonna happen.
But I
Never
still
gonna
wouldn't
happen.
mind knowing what her routine is, because
Good
damn.
Lord, I don't know. It's like I think her routine is genetics, Mock. That's her
Yeah,
routine.
that's probably right. That's probably right.
Yeah,
She looks so
okay.
good. All right, you guys,
You guys
have
have
a fantastic
Have a
Monday.
great one. Make it count. We'll talk.